So I've decided to have a go at doing a bird bath. So I'm throwing bits of clay that are really big and bigger than I've ever done. I mean, this is really thick. See if it works. I've made the base, that's still stuck to the bat at the moment. I've then made the centre, so if I show you that, that's going to go, oh, it's got a hole in the bottom and it's going to go on there. Okay, so let me zoom in and show you that. I don't know if I can. Okay, so that is the bird bath so far. And then what I'm going to do is do the top. Now, I've never thrown a bit of clay so big. I'm probably got to be careful that I don't throw it too big to overbalance that. But it's like 12, 13 pounds of clay. So I'm going to video myself because I'm probably going to muck it up. I've left the base an inch thick because I've got to carve a recess that sits on top of this part. If that makes sense, I've got to carve a recess to sit on there. So I've left the base really thick. It's on one of these, I can't think of the name, but it's on one of these extra large bats. And then I'm thinking to myself, the trouble is I'm going to make it bigger than that bat, and then how do I trim it? So realistically, it's got to be trimmed with something else on the top. I might be mucking this up. I might be making it too big and it's going to be an absolute problem, but we'll just take it as it comes. So I've just been drying this with my gas lamp thing. I have got here one of the wooden systems here. So let's see where we go with this. As I said, this is going to be interesting. And I've got to just do it stage by stage, and then now, interestingly enough, I need to get in here. We're talking about the water getting in the way when I open it up. I'm just trying to think. I've made this great, beautiful bowl, but I'm hoping it's going to fit in the. I might just make it into a giant bowl. Look at that, it's wonderful. I did mention on previous videos, I think I'm making things too thin, and then with this, I've made it that much thicker. Oh, not too fast. Right, let's give that a bit of a dry quickly before there's too much pressure on the outside. The only thing, of course, I've done this base so thick that it's going to be a pain to get it off and over. I've got to also make sure that we really wanted to have a place for the birds to So we all know how far across we got that. It's 44 centimetres and 17.5 inches. So I thought I've just been playing with it a little bit to make sure everything's sort of even Stevens, if you know what I mean. So there it is. I've bent that round underneath there, so I don't know if you can see. So there's a lip for the birds to sit on. And even though we had that distortion, there is still a little bit of distortion there. That's not that bad, considering that's the first attempt at going out to anything this size. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is have a little look at how this is panning out. That is the size, this gap is the size of the stand where it's going to, let me just check that I'm happy where that is. Yeah, so this, okay, is the size of the hole that I need, and then I'm happy for it to be a big overlap, and we will make some structure about there. So that whole corner's got to come off. Now, what I might have to do is try and catch as much of this as possible, because I haven't got anything to try and catch the offcuts. I'll see how that. Okay. What's quite nice about this is it really is quite soft. I'll clearly have to go round and pick all these bits up. I've got here this tool that's quite sharp as well. Okay, so I've done the sides. I'm happy the side now is done. I need to make this a feature. So this is one of the old Forge Creations systems here. And I've used this with the piece already. What I might want to do, I'm just thinking I might turn it the thing the other way so that I'm putting this okay, so that now gives me something that matches the other one. And in fact that can be slightly risen there, that's okay because this has got quite an overlap. If I now cut that bit off, this extra bit we've got here, bath, 3-piece bird bath. Had a little problem with this because I trimmed it too much. I didn't want the foot to be too thick of clay. Stuck that back on, so we'll see how that goes, but it's really just a guidance. So I just thought I'd show you it before I put the other stuff in the kiln. So that's going to go on there. Probably going to end up sticking it, to be fair. And then this is the biggest bowl I've ever made. I managed to make 44 centimetres across, so that was lovely. And then I've cut the back out, if that makes sense, there for me to put it on there. And I probably, as I said, will stick it. But that's my bird bath. So I'm really chuffed with that. I am thinking that I have really fallen in love with the let me find the container I want to show you. It's on the other side of this one. I really love Sapphire Float, how it's come out with this this finish here with the browns, but also then if you have a look, this is a mix of cobalt with Sapphire Float on the top, but then I've used ancient copper, textured turquoise and oatmeal. And so I'm thinking, sorry, get that in the camera, I'm doing the body with the legs like that because I've done some carving, and then this sort of thing on the inside. So that's sort of where one thing I just want to show